Hi everyone, and welcome to the first storytelling video of my channel. Now we've all heard stories of the Alaska Triangle, aka the Bermuda Triangle of the Last Frontier. But what if I told you a place that is based on the Alaska Triangle, but its number of disappearances are skyrocketing to a higher level? In this debut episode of Tales of the Terrifying, I'm going to be telling you 3 fictional disappearance stories that are based on real-life events. From a man in his car disappearing without a trace, to a cargo truck not arriving at its scheduled destination, these 3 disappearances that occurred in this area will send a chill down your spine. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves, because these disappearances can happen to anybody. These are the 3 disappearances from the Hellhog Triangle. Our first disappearance story takes us back to the summer of 1978 in the town of Pine Coast, North America. It's 5:15 p.m. and most of the businesses in the town are closed for the day. After finishing up his hours at his financial business, a 63-year-old man named Mr. Doc is heading home. Earlier in the trip, Mr. Doc called his wife from his office and said that he will be home around 5:28. According to his wife, Mr. Doc's usual route of getting home was taking Highway 53 and an outback rural road, Highway 14. But for some unknown reason, Mr. Doc took the wrong turn and got lost on the wrong road. Knowing that this road had no other exits, Mr. Doc was forced to drive on this road until he would find a way out. As Mr. Doc was driving down the road, the fog began to get thicker. He soon came to the realization that this road might be a trap. Despite all this, Doc continued to drive until he would find some road that would lead him home. Then suddenly, Doc's luck was about to be paid off. Just to the left of him, he finds a dirt road with no signs or markings. Mr. Doc stops his car to take a look at the road. But something about this road gives him a creepy feeling. He doesn't know if it exists on a map, or if it leads him home. With his chances of arriving home safely fading away, Doc has no time to hesitate. Mr. Doc puts aside his fears and prepares to take his chances. Mr. Doc backs his car up and drives down the dirt road, hoping that he would get home safely. But for some reason, Mr. Doc never arrives home. At 5:43, Mr. Doc's wife reports him missing to the police. The next morning, a search party containing police officers and the town locals are dispatched to look for Doc, but unfortunately, no trace of Mr. Doc or his car were ever found. After a 4-month investigation, Mr. Doc's case was closed and remains unsolved. Our second disappearance story takes place in the same location in the summer of 1994. A group of 5 female college students who are all best friends set out in a station wagon for a camping trip into the woods. According to the families of the girls, they have done this many times without any incident, and they were excited to reconnect with old habits. After 30 minutes of driving, the girls finally reached the entrance point to the woods. One of the girls who called her parents during the road trip said that they would be back the next morning. But as the sun rose the next morning, the girls never came back from their camping trip. Knowing that something bad had happened to them, the families notified the police. Later that afternoon, a police officer was dispatched to look for the girls. The officer searched for a few square miles, hoping to find any luck that the girls were alive. But unfortunately, that luck would be cut short. The police officer managed to find the car that belonged to the girls parked along the side of an entry road, but the girls were nowhere to be seen. Despite a search that covered the entire perimeter, the girls' bodies were never located. Now we've come to our last disappearance story, and this takes place in the summer of 2004. It's 3 p.m. on a Sunday, and a truck driver is making his usual routes around town. dropping off cargo and picking up some supplies for his company. As the truck driver is on his journey, he notices that he needs to get some gas for his truck. As part of company policy, the truck driver goes on the radio to let his boss know that he will be pulling over at the town's gas station to get some fuel and also a snack. The boss instructs the truck driver to contact him as soon as he arrives at the gas station. At 3:24 p.m., the truck driver arrives through the district of the town center. Soon, he arrives at the gas station and parks his truck in front of the store. As the truck driver is about to go into the store, he calls his coworker to say that he made it to the gas station and that he should be able to reach the company headquarters in no time. Later, the truck driver manages to buy his drinks and snacks for the road. After making his purchase, he gets into his truck and sets off for the remaining part of his journey. Unbeknownst to the people at the gas station, they were the last to see the truck driver alive. Later, at around 6 p.m., the truck driver is driving on Interstate 53. According to his GPS, he's about 5 miles from his main destination. Later, at around 6:10 p.m., the truck driver goes on the radio and lets his dispatch office know that all is normal and that he should be at the destination at around 6:30 p.m. But this would be the last time anybody would hear from the truck driver. As 6:30 p.m. rolled around, the truck driver was overdue and all attempts to reach him failed. Although a search party was dispatched the next morning, the driver and his truck were never found. It was almost as if he disappeared into thin air. Now, most of you wonder what happened to those people. Were they just abducted? Or were they murdered by somebody in the woods? Or were their disappearances caused by something evil? Whatever the case, the mysteries and reasons of the Hellhog Triangle may never be figured out. Hey guys, Alex here with the Mystery Vault. I just want to thank you for watching my first ever true crime video. It took me a while to make this because of some scheduling issues, but I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want any other true crime content on this channel to be made, just let me know in the comments, and I would appreciate if you liked, comment, and subscribed. So it would really mean the world to me if I get this video views to a higher level. So I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.